Okay, so I have the backlight panel installed, the display installed. It was a little bit tricky doing the wiring for the driver, especially this gray wire here that connects to this component here. It's really tough to get at. I found that I had to remove this whole screen and bracket just to get at it. If you're a beginner, it's going to be a little bit tough to get at that, but I managed to get that on okay. The backlight screen, I'm going to go with a white, and I just want to see what the contrast is going to be like, see what the display is going to look like. In case I don't like it, I have a green one here just in case, just to see which one I prefer. Now, to get this backlight screen in here, I had to make a small notch in this panel here. This is just plastic. It's nothing special. It's just easy to cut. I used a Dremel tool. It's just a piece of square plastic, and there's two really tiny LEDs in here, and I guess what it does, it just reflects all the light from these LEDs around the panel. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over, and here's the driver here. The factory setting for this is 10-second on. I modified it with some soldering so that the on time will be 20 seconds, and then the panel will switch off. As soon as you touch a button, put a small bead of solder between these two squares, two bottom squares, and the next two squares up, and what that does, that changes the on time to 20 seconds. Now the other connectors, I'm not quite sure. The only two I know are these ones here. Just to join these here, just run a little small bead of solder between these two here, and that will change the on time. It's a little bit tricky because these pads are really small, so you need a really small soldering iron to get at these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder these up now, and after that I'm going to install this, put my heat shrink tubing back on, I'll eliminate this extra stuff here, and I'm going to see how it works. Alright, so I got everything together. Got everything put back together, hooked up the power wires, the positive and the negative. This soldering onto this capacitor here, this lug, was a little bit tough. Same thing with this negative. I guess it's soldered onto the negative of this transistor. It's kind of tight getting in here, but for me it's not too bad. I'm used to doing electrical work. So I think I'm going to give this a try. Put the back cover on. Everything looks good. Everything's connected back up. All the wires, connectors, and I'll plug it in and see if I like it. Okay, time for a test. Got back cover back on. Batteries in. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Looks good. I don't know if I like the white, but I think it'll do for now. It appears to be pretty bright, but I'll give it a try, and maybe later on I could change it to the green. Oh, it turned off. Turn another button on. Touch a button. There it goes. Should stay lit for 20 seconds. In a way, overall, I would say I'm pretty happy with it. Was a little bit tricky doing the soldering, but overall, I don't know why these transmitters don't come with a backlight on their display, but for me it's just a lot better to see, especially when you're indoors. Okay, thanks for watching.